Hey guys, we're back with Fate Grand Order. I just finished Avalon the Fae yesterday, so I figured, okay, might as well finish up with one last Tunguska video. Because I've talked about this in Avalon, I'm not planning on doing the rest of Tunguska. Plus, I don't think I can right now anyway. I'm pretty sure it's locked behind the main interlude in like a couple months from now. I don't know why they decided to do Tunguska this way. I know it was a raid event, right? But Solomon was too. Like, imagine if they decided to lock Solomon behind, you know, oh yeah, you missed it back in December of whatever year. You gotta wait 5 months to go do it. Yeah, so anyway, this should be like a 30-minute video or something. I don't know what it's gonna cover. Like, I know like the spark notes of the Tunguska event, like Mamo or Koyanskaya goes, ah ha ha, I am related to the Tunguska event, ha 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 ha, which was like a huge meteor, just like exploded like 1908 or something, and it was like worse than the atomic bomb. I think like it was huge. Like, it was just a random meteor or something. It could happen anytime, anywhere. We wouldn't even know. We'd be dead. And, which is, you know, that's a sobering thought. Yeah, and then anyway, she becomes an egg, and there's a Mithra there. That's the whole story. I think. I'm pretty sure people hated it. Oh, and Ibuki's there for some reason. I don't know why. Sion El Nam Sokaris. We're finally getting our Sion content. Visitor from the Atlas Institute to personally unravel the route of destruction. Like, it is really weird, right, that Sion got introduced back in the LB3 prologue, right? And then he's done almost nothing since. Anyway, your condition for making use of the Wandering Sea in the year 2019 is as follows. In exchange for a newly issued 8th Atlas contract, we permit your stay in the Wandering Sea for the period of 1 virtual year on this bleached earth. Has been 1 virtual year. The deadline you specified is soon approaching. Just this future remains the same. See, the problem is, Fate Grand Order is now not in real time. That was really cool. Back in like part 1 and Epic of Remnant, everything was, you know, as is. But now like events and stuff are all timey-wimey. That is correct. I do not require any fixes or revisions. Please just keep the contract as it is. All I ask for those of you in charge of the Wandering Seas that you continue to watch over Chaldea as they pursue their mission. Very well. Everyone here at the Wandering Sea Baldanders recognizes your genius in their own way. Celine, Gate of Preservation, honors your mind. Dan, Gate of Rebirth, is sympathetic to your actions. The Wandering Sea are up there in that door, right? They're just chilling while, you know, the Earth is destroyed. Ellen, Gate of Advancement, derides your losses. Guanon, Gate of Storage, empathizes with your mission. And Fushiyuka, Gate of Subordination, despises you as much as ever. That's nice. Out of respect for the Atlas Institute, we of the Wandering Sea will turn a blind eye to the security organization. Phew! Glad to be done with that. That's a surprise. I think the mysterious call will be from the Wandering Sea's top brass. Did not expect them to contact me. That was from Gan? The Gate of Rebirth. Gan, huh? Or if it's Japanese, Gane. I don't know. It's probably not pronounced that way. If I recall correctly, he is a mage from the Clock Tower who apprenticed himself to the Wandering Sea in the year 1000. Oh, he's a little old then. Did the other gates choose him to be my point of contact because he's from a relatively modern era? Relatively? Or are they simply low on personnel? Oh well, can worry about that later. Right now I need to get to work. Trismegistus 2? Halt catastrophe automation. Tell me about the current existential threat. There we go. You really nailed the data down this time. Give me the exact coordinates for the singularity. You know exactly what the threat is. Perfect job. Oh. So this singularity first spawned in January 2019, but the inception point is in 1908. I'm a genius, I remember the year. Started as a minute singularity, but quickly expanded its size over this past year. Rather, over these past few days. So it's just like a lost belt then. Must have undergone nearly 100 years worth of development in an instant. If we do not do something to stop it, I'll transform all of your age and devolve humanity into lower animals. Yikes! That sounds appalling. Humanity has faced many existential threats before. Cases in which humanity is knocked off the apex of the animal kingdom are rare indeed. That kind of happened in Lost Belt 1, didn't it? Or did humanity evolve into that? I forget. Feels I must hand it to Beast 4. She certainly lives up to the moniker, Evil of Humanity. Is she Beast 4? Okay then, we'll just have to compose our response. Dear Tamamo Koganskayevich, please do not turn us into lower animals. Thank you, Sion. There, send her an email. Trismegistus 2, send this message to Chaldea's leaders and mark it urgent. Oh, yeah, turn on the alarm. Immature beast activity detected. Please begin the mission to subdue it within 24 hours. We anticipate the battle will take place in an unusual environment, much like the recent British Lost Belt. Also, since Chaldea base is in the middle of significant end-of-the-year renovations, gray shifts and zero cells are not currently an option. I wonder how they're gonna handle Trom. Because, remember, Sion said it's the biggest singularity ever. Are they? Well, okay, I guess I should hold off on saying that. You will therefore need to take the storm border to the singularity in question. All Chaldea staff, please make preparations to board the storm border ASAP. Your target is Chaldea's archenemy, the immature beast known as Tamamovich Koyanskaya. There we go! That's where Koyanskaya was hiding at after escaping from Britain. I'm sure she did not plan on revealing her nest till the conflict between Chaldea and the foreign god had been settled. She was going to be the real final boss. Seems the action she took in the British Lost Belt forced her to show her hand prematurely. I mean, she said, she's still a powerful enemy, but Chaldea will need luck to be very much in its favor to come out on top here. Still, if they're going to concentrate their resources on combating the foreign god, this is not a battle that can be simply avoided or postponed. Good luck, everyone. All I can do now is trust in you, hope for the best. Of course, I already know exactly how things will turn out thanks to Trismegistus 2. Oh yeah, we lose. We die. No matter how valiantly they fight, Chaldea is doomed to total annihilation. All my work over this past year will have been for nothing. Okay. Wait, sketch that last bit. Absolutely cannot share that part of the prediction with them. So she thinks, I mean, obviously, you know, we don't die. But has she been operating under that assumption the whole time? That we lose before even getting to the last Lost Belt? Anyway, this is the epilogue, I think. Or is this the prologue? I think we just read the prologue and this is the epilogue. Preservation of Humanity Clock. December 31, 2019. Okay, so we're still in 2019. Well, Chaldea World Clock, December 31, 20XX. Don't ask how time works to Chaldea. 9:30 p.m. inside the dock. Chaldea base under lockdown. So, it's December 31st. I think that's the final date of the event, I think? Or maybe that's when the event started, I don't remember. Wonder what's going on, senpai? Didn't think we'd come back to a lockdown. Oh, so is this the prologue? I swear, what's this all about? Don't they realize we just got back from a successful beast hunt? Oh, okay, no, never mind. If anything, I was expecting to throw us a party in the cafeteria. Roll out the red carpet up in the command room. Also, Gordolf came with us? I mean, I guess he does have a personal stake in that. Why are they keeping us here in the dock? What's this emergency briefing all about? Where is Sion? Wasn't she here right now? Sorry, Commander. Sion gave us these instructions herself. Really looking forward to cooking up a feast to welcome you all back. Can't use any of the base's facilities today. I'm afraid I have to ask you all to return to your rooms. Sure, the Marines will come get you as soon as it's time for the briefing. Anything else? Say they're gearing up for a big end of the year cleaning. Yeah, you could say that. Sion's always been a stickler for things like this. So she probably wants us to usher in the new year with a proverbial clean slate. Huh? Professor? Where's Holmes? Look at this guy's reality marble. Of course she had a reality marble. Forced him to disappear when we first arrived. But he's gotta be back by now, right? Yes, he's here. Now that the Beast 4 signal's gone, the Spirit Origin graph is working fine again, so we're good. Stop spoiling me, Tunguska. I believe he's going over your combat logs from the latest mission with Sion at the command room right now. Gotcha. Does sound like him. It will go along with the instructions too. So should I head to the command room while everyone else heads back to their rooms? Actually, Dimitri, I'd like you to go back to the boarder's computer room. Sion said she needs your help with some urgent clerical work there. Urgent, huh? That doesn't sound good. Sure, no problem. Had it pretty easy this last mission anyway. Alright then everyone, please head back to your rooms. Congratulations on a well-deserved victory. End of the year cleaning, huh? Maybe the Marines are cleaning the communal spaces then. I think I'll go help them after I get back to my room. Why don't you get some rest, Senpai? It's a very long battle after all. Good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some shut-eye. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. You know, while I'm sleeping. I think that would be best. Yeah, see you tomorrow at the command room. I'm not helping cleaning. Come on now. What do I look like? I'm the master of Chaldea. Hi, Phil. I've just been staring up at the ceiling since we got here. Knock knock, hi Nemo Marine. Here to help you pack. Here you go. Just throw all your stuff into this container. Wait, hang on. What's this about packing? Huh? When you haven't heard? You guys are all moving to new rooms, right? You're supposed to gather up your personal belongings in 30 minutes. Meet up at the dock when you're done. Oh, and don't worry about tidying up or cleaning the room. Sion said you won't be using it again anyway, so why bother? Go on, hurry up. This is the captain who's all... Wow, I wonder if this sure is weird. Very important that everyone be on time for this. Sounded real serious, too. Glad to see that everyone made it back to Chaldea base without any casualties. Congratulations on your successful beast hunt. Thank you, thank you. Really, that is a load off my shoulders. It's good to have one fewer unknown quantity to account for. Oh, okay, so... When I read that line earlier, I was thinking she was talking about while killing Koyanskaya, we're all gonna die, and I figured, you know, we do some fate, timey-wimey, I like saying timey-wimey, chuny nonsense. We avert our destinies. I mean fate, by the way, destiny, not fate, grand order fate. I mean, that is par for the course with fate, isn't it? Now if we can just use the essence of the sacred sword we obtained in Britain to create a spell optimized against the foreign god, then we can finally make our move on the enemy's home base. Speaking of the enemy's home base, Miss Sion, you presume that the foreign god will create her own reality marble-like domain, much the way Koyanskaya did, yes? Is that the remaining unknown quantity you're concerned about? Huh? Now let's set that there's only one unknown quantity left without realizing it? I have a guess at what that is, and well, it's a spoiler if I say something, but it's a spoiler if I don't say something. Oh no, it's something I've talked about before, but that was before I got spoiled on it because it's something that happens in Trom. Okay, thought I did a good job keeping that a secret. Not even tell Captain. Oh, I expect any number of people besides myself could have figured that out from your various intimations. Never objected to any of our numerous operations. We've been the most insistent about the order in which they're performed. It's hardly a stretch to determine you did so to eliminate the various concerns you've foreseen in a particular order. And now, Beast 4, the greatest obstacle standing in our way, is out of the picture. I was under the impression that she was the last such concern you had. However, it's clearly mistaken given you're now mentioning another such concern. As I cannot imagine there are a multitude of variables more concerning than the threat Beast 4 posed, the logical conclusion is that only one remains, no? Yes, that about sums it up. Should have known you'd figure it out, Sherlock Holmes. There's one final matter I'd like you to attend to before our showdown with the foreign god. What might that be? Determining your true identity or notable traits? No, I'll not be able to do anything about that until I actually face off against her. Now, the last variable I'm concerned about is much simpler than that. I cannot blame you for not knowing what it is. For all, this is a problem even you overlooked. Elliot, do not know what else to do about it but laugh. Sion's, this is all according to her calculations. Not even Chiba can observe this particular problem. There's no way we can do anything about it. Question mark? I'm sorry. It's really not the time to be laughing at the sheer magnitude of the danger. Holmes, I'd like you to bring them to the Spirit Origin Graph. There's a small chance I might not be able to bring it all the way to the border, but you can definitely get it there. Chaldea base is an extremely precarious situation right now. According to my thought acceleration and memory partition, just say according to my calculations, cannot guarantee our safety even 10 minutes from now. So I need you to get to the border ASAP and bring Da Vinci the graph. Can't guarantee our safety? Do you mean you can't be sure what's going to happen in the future, even with your powers of calculation and prediction? Then why not use Trismegistus 2 instead, since it can calculate even more than you can? I would, but I cannot. The present moment is little more than an overlarge paperweight. We're already moved its data to another container, and rebooting it even as we speak. Then, you need me to transport the spirit ordering raft because... Exactly. Glad I do not need to waste time explaining further. Just between you and me? Trismegistus 2 predicted that Chaldea would suffer some very heavy losses on this last mission. I had outright declared the mission would be a failure. Can you think of any reason why, Holmes? Of course. Reading the logs earlier was enough to give me a chill. Yeah, the Tunguska event almost failed. It was really close. I'm glad it, didn't because of, the things that happened in it that we can't specify. Beast 4 had been saddled with a significant disadvantage before she could hatch, the curse she received in Britain. That curse forced Tunguska into a difficult position, leaving her no choice but to undergo rapid growth. Even so, Horsey's loss was all but inevitable, not because he and his team would be unable to defeat her in battle. Their fates were sealed the moment they set foot in her domain and went to fight her in its center. Right, Beast 4 was prepared to destroy herself along with her domain and everything inside it. Spoilers! Essentially, she had set a trap in which her hunters would die the moment they defeated her. Consider living to fight another day of the true victory. Chaldea would normally have lost that fight. But... Indeed, thanks to Taigong Wang, of course, Director Gurdolf's personal feelings, and Master Horse's clinching remark, of course, I remember that, of course, yeah. Tunguska was convinced not to go through with her self-destruction, what was truly nothing short of a miracle. I'm getting spoiled so hard, dude. They successfully transformed a fight to the death with a discussion, thereby eliminating the idea of victors and losers entirely. Yes, it was the best result I could have hoped for. I knew my faith in Chaldea would be rewarded. That being said, according to Trismegistus 2, Chaldea is currently going to be wiped out today. There's nothing we can do to avoid it. This is where our true loss comes. Wee-oo. Report, gravitational shift detected 3,000 meters above the wandering sea. Matching sample phenomenon, Olympus. Matching practitioner, Yu Ogo Marie. Conclusion, pseudo black hole created by the foreign god. That's not good. What? What, Holmes, you didn't predict that? Yeah, so anyway, it does seem like Xian was talking about everyone in Chaldea earlier, but we talked Tunguska down. What's the Naruto joke? Talk jutsu? I don't know. An island that moves with the void sea, a mirror image reflecting a place cut off from space-time. They're using the same CG as from Olympus. An interesting idea, at least for Earthlings. That explains why not even my omnipotent sight, able to see even down to the level of individual particles, could find it. It doesn't exist in this time. By the way, I still have no idea what's going on with Marie Olga. Like, I know something from Lost Belt 7, but that's like a very early on spoiler. And I know nothing beyond that pretty much. No point in scouring the ocean to find it, since it was never within my grasp in any case. Put it as Earthlings might, like you've been jacking my signal. Maybe it's more like you've been hiding in my backyard. However, your pathetic little hideout is a secret no more. Do you see? They really started looking. Took me all of 3 seconds to find. Haven't been harmed, of course. Don't need to punish you for having the temerity to defy your god. Never seen that word before. Hear me now, you fire-wielding insects, you miserable nest of hornets. Is that fire-wielding a reference to the tree? That was actually Krisharia. Your sovereign has decided that you shall be all crushed like the insects you are. That's not good. Hey, good thing Seattle was planning on having us move rooms, so I packed up all my stuff. That's really good timing. Warning, foreign god is creating a gravitational field in the Wandering Sea airspace. Prediction, the Wandering Sea will be destroyed in 15 minutes. Evacuate immediately. All Chaldea staff are to proceed directly to the shadow border at the dock. The shadow border? I repeat, the foreign god is creating... Fofo! Seriously? there's no way the Wandering Sea could be found. When you say gravitational field, you're talking about the kind of pseudo-black hole we saw on Olympus, right? Not even the Wandering Sea can endure something like that. What's gonna happen to the base? Mushroom, check if anyone's missing. Well, oh no, we can't because no one else besides French Cooking Boy has a sprite. Well, no, they do have sprites, they just never use them. Remember the Lost Belt prologue? Yes, Senpai, all the Chaldea staff are here, making their way onto the shadow border. I think it's really weird they introduced them in the prologue, but then haven't used them since. I think, you know, Minir he's a cool character to have around, right? It'd be nice if, like, you know, the others talked sometimes. The only ones who are missing are Holmes and Sia. My apologies for the delay. I'll explain later. Time is of the essence. I have the spirit origin graph right here. Come, we need to escape immediately. Believe me, I'd love to do just that. What about Sion? We're gonna need to have a talk with her about failing to foresee this despite all of her talk about prognostication. At this point, she's as much of a member of Chaldea staff as anyone. Can't leave her behind. Wish you could have heard you say that, Gordolf. This is all according to our calculations. But right now, our own escape takes precedence. Miss Sion said as much herself. She also said she would catch up to us later. Her exact words were, "My name is on the lease to the Wandering Sea, so to speak. It makes it my responsibility to shut the 5 gates completely. Doing so will take her approximately 20 minutes. I trust you know what that means?" We buy her time and go fight the foreign guy right now. But Holmes, gotta go back and get her. No, Horsey. She was very clear with me on this point. Make sure that you prioritize Chaldea's escape above all else. I promise I'll catch up to you soon. Well, soon might not be entirely accurate, but I'll definitely be there for your final battle. She's gonna kill Ort herself. She punches Ort in the face. That is the whole reason I ran away from the Atlas Institute, after all. For the record, this is all playing out exactly as I predicted. Oh no, come on! You gotta translate it the same way they did in Carnival Phantasm. And I assume in Melty Blood? It's been so long since I played Melty Blood, I don't remember. Actually, something of a hardcore gamer. Well, she beat Dark Souls with, I don't know, her bare hands. So believe me when I am absolutely not gonna die without seeing how it all ends. LOL. Okay, lol. Remember, Sion is an Atlas alchemist. They do not make future predictions lightly. As such, accept what she said as fact. You want proof of that? Consider that we're all here prepared to depart in the Shadow Border. Meanwhile, Da Vinci and Captain are already on the Storm Border preparing it for launch as well. Okay, we're taking the Storm Border. She always knew this would happen. As such, we can be reasonably certain that she has also prepared her own individual method of escape. Suppose you do have a point. Why didn't she tell us this was gonna happen? Like, I have a theory, but I don't want to say it because it's related to that thing I was talking about before. Didn't wonder why I was suddenly being asked to pack my belongings. I suppose it only makes sense that our enemy would begin taking more proactive measures against us now that there's only one Lost Belt left. So it's probably inevitable that we'd have to leave this place sooner or later. Indeed, there's bound to come a point when we can no longer remain at the Wandering Sea. Hence the living quarters on the Storm Border. Sion planned to use it as our next base of operation from the very beginning. Remember, Chaldea was never officially under the Wandering Sea's protection. I believe it should strive to protect all those living in the present, without aligning with any particular faction. Yeah, but I mean, like, having a place to live that's not, you know, a car or like a big boat ship thing is nice. An organization that strives to protect those living in the present, unaligned with any particular faction. Indeed, yes, you're absolutely right, Administrative Advisor. Minir, Horsey, Kirei Light. Hurry up and board this Shadow Border already. The rest of the staff got on ages ago. Yes, sir. Is this Sion? Connection to Celine's Gate, severed. Connection to Ellen's Gate, severed. Connection to Gunan's Gate, severed. You know, next one, severed. Yet next one, severed. Oh? She said, oh, when I said, oh. Something wrong, Professor? Did you forget something? Or rather... Are we gonna see him? Wait! Is that... Oh, hold on. That's Narrow Chaos, Nervinisker. Isn't it? Hold on, I've got to look up a picture of him. It spelled it wrong. Okay, well that picture has half his face. Dude, that's totally him! Why is he working on the Wandering Sea? If expected to see a mage of the real Wandering Sea reveal themselves to a modern mage. Isn't that strange? Maybe it's because in the Fate timeline there aren't like dead apostles. So he's, instead of, you know, being one of them, he's just chilling with his 666 like animals in his body. But does he even have that? I don't know. Isn't that strange? This will be the last time you and I see each other. Everything's changed so much that it is no longer considered polite to part ways in person. I see. No, you're right. Everyone's polite in the modern era. Fortunately, our institute has sort of been going its own way for a long time now. Our members tend to favor meeting over screens, mirrors, threads, and the internet. Majors use the internet. Anything besides speaking in person. Something of an iconoclast at the Atlas Institute myself. The Outnom family has a Spiritron technique called Etherite that enables us to hack directly into the people's brains and hijack them for our own ends. What? What the heck? However, my father is quite the doting parent. He showered me with affection every chance he got. I think that's why I came to see the value of interacting with other people in person. That's why I do not use Etherite, no matter how handy it is. That's why I'm so naturally upbeat. So I'm truly both honored and delighted that you came to see me yourself. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to speak with you face to face. You're still in that time period, right? Is it not costing a staggering amount of magical energy to make this call? What? Don't ask how it works. It's not Suverse. It is. Enough to kill an entire continent. Hey, you want to like kill South America? But no matter. Didn't have anything better to do with it anyway. That's why my mentor agreed to let me waste it on a visit to the future. Your mentor? You mean one of the mages who created the real Wandering Sea? Sure, there's no one left behind again, but between you and your mentor, it sounds like there were two. Only within the Lost Belts, that is. They don't ask questions. Outside of them, gone, the Gate of Rebirth should rightly no longer exist in your time. Regardless, the Wandering Sea of 2019 is now about to disappear. No business of Chaldea's whether I exist or not. Oh? You're not gonna scold me? Even though this island is about to be destroyed as a result of you lending it to me? Of course. The Wandering Sea will always exist. In the distant past, they built a workshop on a remote island in the far-off seas to cut themselves off from humans and gods alike. They erased it, along with the area surrounding it, from that universe. The Wandering Sea is now a child lost in space-time, an eternally missing person. No one can observe it or touch it. No one except for the 5 gates. The Wandering Sea that appears in every time period is no more than the shadow cast by what the Wandering Sea once was. Even if the Wandering Sea of 2019 is destroyed, it only affects 2019. That destruction will not affect the past, the future, or of course, the true Wandering Sea itself, which is completely erased from space-time. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, I'm thinking of the Umi Neko metaphor of throwing pebbles on like a body of water to hide the moon. Which, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's destroying like the entrance here, right? But it still exists. Don't think too hard about it. Yeah, I see. You used to think that each of the 5 gates led to a workshop. They're time gates. I understand that now. They're able to communicate with the Wandering Sea from before it was erased, no matter what the time period. Exactly. I was once of age from the AD era, just like you. Only began living in the Wandering Sea after my mentor Gon invited me to join. You said you were an iconoclast at the Atlas Institute, which means there's nowhere in this world for you to call home. There are only so many mages who can learn the Wandering Sea's teachings. I know. Or do you gather applicants only once a year, each time choosing only one to join you? That's right. However, there are actually very few qualifications for becoming one of us. As long as the mystics, fates, align such that you are there when a gate opens, doesn't matter who you are. One of the Wandering Seas gates is open right now. See on Outnam. What a coincidence. Anyway, I gotta go. Everything's about to blow up. Thank you, Fabio Yowan? Hold on, I'm looking up that name. Well, no, that... Okay, I'm gonna be very careful and look up the name, okay? I promise I won't spoil myself. Okay, so yeah, I was right. He is the Fate timeline version of Nirvanesker Chaos. Appreciate your offer, but I'm afraid there's still things I need to do here. Oh, okay, so she's staying. Do not worry, I'll lock up properly before I leave. Well, I'm sure you and the other members of the Wandering Sea consider the foreign god to be a problem you can safely ignore until the distant future. For myself, Horsey, the Grist of Chaldea, the matter requiring our urgent attention and action. So I cannot go through the gate with you at this time. But if this should prove to be the only time the gate's open before me, that'll simply mean it was not meant to be. I'll just have to try and win a different lottery. So I thank you sincerely for all your help thus far. I see. Very well then, I'll leave the cleanup to you. One last thing. We of the Wandering Sea did not lend Chaldea shelter. We gave you an opportunity, Sion. An opportunity for this incomprehensibly bizarre plan of yours. What you gonna do? Safe travels, Sion Outnam, daughter of the Black Earth. What does that mean? Go wherever your heart or your predictions take you, like a lone bird soaring through the underworld. What a peculiar analogy. As far as I'm aware, I have no connection to either the underworld or birds. I don't get that reference. And what's daughter of the Black Earth? Like, Sion's a vampire, right? I think she is. Like, I remember there being a scene about her drinking blood or something, like in the part 3 prologue or somewhere, or an event. I don't even remember. Like she hardly shows up. Oh well, maybe it'll all make sense someday. Now then, better get to work. We know fun just allowing the base to be destroyed. Gonna go out anyway? May as well go out with a bang of its own making. Now then, is she gonna like throw it at the foreign god? Let's just see how much punishment the foreign god's physical body can actually withstand. They couldn't afford an animation for this. It's not that high budget. Oh man, the gravity field's already sucking up the top of the Wandering Sea. Can't wait any longer, Captain. We'll never get enough speed going to escape. I know. Tomlin, Kawada, Octavia, Chin, Cayenne, Elyon, Marcus, Minir. You know, it'd be nice if like... I think Octavia has a sprite, and I think there's one other guy. I think Octavia's the girl, right? Horsey, Mashu, Pol, Gordolf, Holmes. There. Is everyone on board? Stormwater emergency launch. Getting out of these waters at full speed. That's all well and good. What if that dang Olga Murray comes after us? Look, she seems like she's wide open right now. If we took this chance to strike. She's having a fun time. There's no point. Don't have any weapons capable of even scratching it. Just Excalibur her. If she decides to come after us, then we'll just have to make sure she doesn't catch us. All hands to your seats. Professor, set the ship's inertial dampeners to maximum. Bridge to the brow. Make the dimension-piercing time stream to the stern. Of course, this is all classic stuff that we all understand. Gonna use the aperture recoil to help us accelerate. This will be our fastest launch ever. Professor, I'm counting on you to control the hull. Yep, you got it. Calculations are all done, so I'm good to go whenever. Set all 4 Triton engines to full throttle. Storm order, move out. Put on your seatbelts. Yeah. Black hole? So it's a mini black hole, okay, my bad. Oh. I assume that's Sion. Sion is a beam. She's a saber! That's pretty. Did we make it out? No, we're dead. Yes, no sign of pursuit from the foreign god. Just left the North Sea. We're currently on a course for the center of the Eurasian continent. We'll continue heading east towards the Pacific Ocean. Any other questions, Da Vinci? Holmes? What happened to the foreign god? Thought I saw a nearly blinding flash of light while we were making our escape. Betting that was the Wandering Seas. Sion's counterattack. Same way the foreign god compresses ultra-high density mass to generate gravitational fields. Yeah, I understand that sentence. Sion compressed the Wandering Sea down as small as it could go, then hit the foreign god with the full force of its decompression. Though I can't tell if the foreign god isn't coming after us because it injured her, or she just didn't notice us escaping. I see. So she refused to go down without a fight, eh? Expect nothing less from an Atlas alchemist. And now what do we do? Sion really gonna come back? Don't we need her to keep the storm border working? To have Trismegistus 2 come up with emission strategies? Oh, hey guys! I was wondering, I was kind of thinking that maybe she wouldn't even show back up until, Paper Moon, the first one, or, because I know she's a character in that, but no, she's right here. Don't need to worry about that. Trismegistus 2 is already here on the storm border. That's the whole point of the end of the year innovation, after all. Is there anything more iconic than a giant supercomputer on a massive flying battleship? Really, it's the stuff of dreams. What? Huh? Sion! It's even the looks on your faces that you thought I blew up along with the Wandering Sea. I appreciate your concern. Sorry for misleading you. Actually, a somewhat unusual constitution. Yeah, it's not a vampire, no. I locked up at the Wandering Sea, set the island to self-destruct, and came to the storm border by myself. Kind of like manipulating my existing probabilities. Think of it as something similar to Yume's atomization. So, I mean, with her, she just dies and comes back, right? Don't ask questions, just accept it. Now I see. Of course, an alchemist who lives by numbers would never willingly blow themselves, sacrifice their own life. What matters to them is not what follows after the fact, but their currently ongoing calculations. Your every action serves your own interests, or so I presume. Correct. As they say, the good you do for others is good you do yourself. Why couldn't you have just told us this sooner? Just had to play the martyr, didn't you? Do you have any idea how worried we were? Well, not me, of course. The Iron Commander. Did you ever stop to think how the rest of the staff must feel? We don't need to see any more sacrifices, dang it! Oh, is that true, everyone? Yeah, don't do that again. Like, we could have some sacrifices, like Marcus. No one likes Marcus. So I'm really glad you're okay. Me too. I think I speak for everyone when I say we all feel the same way. So happy to see you back safe and sound, Sion. It's been very hard work, demolishing the Wandering Sea like that. That was probably a lot of fun. Dang, I had no idea. Well, I wasn't worried. I know you're tougher than most servants. More importantly, that sentence implies she's a servant. I don't think she is, but... like, well... I mean, you could read it that way. It's probably just the translation. And then we all caught our breath. We should decide on our next course of action. Ooh. Is this a new song? It sounds like a remix of the usual one. As of now, we'll be conducting our missions from the storm border. We'll continue to fly in random directions across Earth so the foreign god can't track us down again. We'll only land for maintenance and refueling. Storm border may be an excellent ship, but even it can only last so long without a proper port of call. Which means we'll only be able to pull off one more major operation before we need to dock. You keep that in mind. Good thing we don't have like a pit stop before Lost Belt 7. We're well aware. Regardless, only one Lost Belt remains. Once we've completed the spell we need to face the foreign god, Chaldea will make its way into the 7th Lost Belt. It won't be long now before we confront you, Olga Marie, the being who calls herself the foreign god. I trust you have no issues, Commander Grodolf, Mr. Horsey? No, we're finally about to enter the final phase of this campaign, right after Trom. and in 10 months from now. Well, 10 months from when I'm recording this. I'm recording this in February. You're probably gonna see this, who even knows. Fine with me. Let's do this thing, I say. But only once we're prepared for every contingency we possibly can. Of course. We do need to process the essence of the sacred sword, of course. It's also imperative that we figure out what makes the foreign god tick. Is she really Olga Marie, the former director of Chaldea? Why does she look the way she does? I don't know, defeating her has been our only choice. The more we can understand our enemy. By the way, I have no idea what the answer to that is. I'm still clueless. The more we can understand our enemy, the more options open up to us. This last mission of the Kogan Sky proves it. Right, Horsey? Right. So now that that's settled, we should start getting used to our new environment. I say we all split up and work together to make the Storm Border the best staying base Chaldea has ever had, starting with checking out the new facilities Sion built for us. Hope you guys are ready, because I think we're about to be busier than ever. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, 40 minutes? A little longer than I thought it would be. Do I get something for that? A grail? Chords! I love chords! Okay, this is the... Oh. Chaldea Uniform Decisive Battle. Okay. I'll take a Mystic Code. I don't know if that one's good or not, but I'll take it. Oh! Is this a new title screen? I think it is. That's cool. I don't know what the crystallized planet is. That's supposed to be like oil. I don't know. Yeah, so now can I the Holy Grail casting has been added to Da Vinci's workshop. Use. Oh! Okay, I vaguely remembered that being a thing. I didn't know I didn't even have that. So I don't know. I don't think it's in the game yet even. Rare prisms? The man codes? I don't know where it would be. Maybe I already have it. Oh look, I get these craft essences, then I can beat the foreign god because I have the foreign god. Melty Blood Celebration. Did I miss that? I guess I never did it, huh? Wait, so where is it? Holy Grail casting. And what the heck is this? Oh no, okay, no. Okay, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so you just use like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's like there's some servants that like you're gonna get a bunch of that you can't use, right? Okay, that's interesting. I don't need more grails, so I thought that was like putting the pieces of the grail together that you get from like stuff or something. I don't know. Look, so isn't it an interlude? Yeah, okay, I can't even do it yet. Okay. But I think that gets added in like 2 or 3 months or something. I don't know. Trauma is like the beginning of June, so it has to be before then. I think it's really weird game design to lock in until then. But hey, you know, the Sun Jewels, they're about different, right? So thanks for watching, everyone. You know, like I've said, I won't be doing the rest of Tunguska because I just kind of need a... Oh, wait! Has it always been this way? The background is the Bleached Earth now. I think that's new. I swear that wasn't there before. I don't remember that being there. And I assume my room is... Yeah. Oh, hi, Needle Chris. I didn't know I had Needle Chris in here, but yeah, that makes sense that Needle Chris is cool. Right. So, won't be doing Tunguska. I am 50-50 right now on if I'm going to do Trom or not. So, I may see you guys next time with Trom. If not, I'll see you guys next time with Lost Vault 7. And I'll just read Trom in my own time. I'll figure that out probably once Trom comes out. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye.